Hello, sports fans, and welcome to another edition of Scott Sports 101. I'm Scott Trella. And this week, before the NFL football season kicks off, we're going to talk Browns, and we're going to talk some Guardians, we're going to talk some Buckeyes, and we'll talk a little about any college football news I need to report to you. If there is any, I'll give it to you. And any other NFL news or Major League Baseball news. We'll get to all that. But first, here is today's Scout Sports 101 trivia question. It is another NFL trivia question. Bill Belichick and Art Modell uh, slash bounced what quarterback uh, slash regional son because of diminishing skills? I'll have the answer later in the podcast. Uh, And right now, we're going to get to the Browns. And the Cleveland Browns have signed yet another wide receiver, Isaiah Bond, as you may have heard uh, last week, to make room on the roster. The team has waived left safety Brent uh, uh, Matisic. Bond, 5'11", 180 pounds, is an undrafted rookie out of Texas. He appeared in 41 games and recorded 99 receptions for 1,428 yards with 10 touchdowns while at Alabama in 2022, 2023, and Texas in 2024. Bond will wear number 81, excuse me. Brown's EVP of football operations and general manager Andrew Berry on Isaiah Bond. This is what he has said. We've spent much of the last calendar year getting to know Isaiah as a player and professional. Much of the last 4 months gaining a full understanding of his legal situation. On the legal side, we have done extensive research that includes, but is not limited to, hearing from both sides of the case and receiving the results of an independently administered polygraph test. Uh, Before the allegations, we also spent a great deal of time with Isaiah during the draft process on campus at the combine at our facilities. His time at Alabama with Tommy Rees also weighed heavily on our assessment of his ability to operate successfully in a professional environment if brought into our organization. It is these tough points and more that gave us the necessary insights to make this decision, with his legal matter resolved through a no bill by a grand jury. Isaiah is focused on learning from this experience while moving forward with uh, his life and his career. Now, you may have heard and already know this, that the Browns released veteran kicker Dustin Hopkins on Tuesday as the team finalized roster moves ahead of the 2025 NFL season opener. The decision was first reported by Ari Miro of the 33rd team. Hopkins, 34, struggled in 2024, his second year with the Browns, posting the worst season of his career. He made 18 of 27 field goals for a career low 66.7% success rate, and went 17 for 20 on extra points, finishing with 71 points in 16 games. The move ends Hopkins' 10th NFL season. He previously played for the Washington Commanders and the Los Angeles Chargers, with his best year coming in 2021. That season split between Washington and Los Angeles. He converted 30 of 34 field goals for an 88.2 percentage, went 44 on extra points, and totaling 130 points in 17 points. And Cleveland also reshaped its roster on Tuesday. The Browns acquired offensive tackle KT Levinson from the Los Angeles Rams in exchange for a 2028 seventh round pick drafted in the seventh round in 2024. Levinson missed his rookie year with an injury, but made a strong uh, but made it strong. Made it strong this preseason, grading as one of the Rams' top offensive performers according to Pro Football Focus. Veteran wide receiver Deontay Johnson was let go as well. Johnson, who was not wore number 20, who was 29, had a deal after a brief stint last season with the Carolina Panthers, Baltimore Ravens, and Houston Texans, seen as a chance to stabilize his career. The opportunity never materialized as he was limited to 2 catches for 19 yards during the preseason. Rookie Andre Schmidt, excuse me, who went undrafted, is expected to take over kicking duties when Cleveland opens its season against the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday, September 7th next week at 1 p.m. on Fox. Hopkins leaves Cleveland after 2 seasons and a career that spanned 100 games over a decade in the league. He converted 84% of his field goals and 93.5% of his extra point attempts. The Browns have made their cut down to a 53-man roster on Tuesday, and it will and it'll tell you uh, who they are right now for the 2025 season. And we are 1 week away from the season opener with the Browns taking on the Cincinnati Bengals on Sunday, September 7th. Joe Flacco, as you know, will be the opening day starter, and Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders will be the backup. Dillon Gabriel will be the backup, the second string, and Sanders will be the third string. And and Miles Garrett will be back, and let's hope that the Browns. I think the Browns will start out 1-0 and get the win in this game. And the question is, will they be able to compete this upcoming season? And yeah, and I think if Flacco can stay healthy, I think the Browns can win a bulk of their games. And as I said before, the media is saying 6, but I'm going with 9, and we'll see what happens. I know that's a lot to ask, but we'll see. And I really think the defense is really going to step it up, and I do feel that the offense really needs to step it up because they really need to win a bulk of their games this season. And hopefully, if Flacco can stay healthy, we can develop Gabriel and Sanders. So we'll see what happens next Sunday when the Browns will open the season against the Cincinnati Bengals here at Huntington Bank Field for their season opener, which is also their home opener next Sunday at 1 p.m. on Fox. And whoop, and 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 we don't know how long it's going to be before they can see Dillon Gabriel and Shedeur Sanders, and so and so and the Browns will start Joe Flacco, as I mentioned, as long as he's operating the offense effectively and winning games. The Browns have a difficult start to their season, opening at home against the Bengals and then traveling to Baltimore as they face these AFC North playoff teams and the beginning of the season, which features 5 of 6 on the road, including a home game in London. Well, after that, they face NFC playoff teams. 5 of 6 on that begins in London against the Vikings. And if it's going to be the Browns, and if it's going well and the Browns are scoring points, Flacco will continue on. But if he's turning the ball over or taking sacks, the Browns will hand the reins to Gabriel without hesitation. And they loved what they saw in Gabriel in camp and preseason games and won't hesitate to start him even if it's early in the season. As for Sanders, he'll also get some live action this season, but probably not until later in the season when he's more seasoned. So, and and Mary Kay and Freddie believe that Quinshon Judkins will be back with the Browns soon, possibly even sometime this week as they prepare for the Bengals. If he makes it back early enough in the week, he could possibly contribute some in the opener. But the holdup must be the guarantees in his contract more than anything because the amounts are slotted. He's due to make about $11.4 million over 4 years with a signing bonus close to $5 million. The NFL is still reviewing his case in a personal conduct policy. His personal conduct policy to determine if he should be suspended for his domestic battery incident, even though charges were dropped. So, and so, and the Browns have been thrilled with the number 33 pick overall, Carson Schweichinger at middle linebacker, where he's wearing the green dot and calling the defensive shots on the field. And it's a huge responsibility, but he's answering the ball. And they also have some good young linebackers, such as Mohamed Diabate and undrafted rookie Easton Macaronis, Massacharnis Arnold, and savvy veteran Jerome Baker. So I think the Browns will have what they need to get the job done at linebacker, and will also use 3 safeties a lot this season. I think linebackers will force more takeaways this year, especially Schweichinger, and make a big impact. So that's just basically what they're saying for this upcoming game and this upcoming season. And so we'll look forward to that next week. And right now, we're going to get to the Guardians in just a moment. Right now, it's time to reveal the answer to today's Scott Sports 101 trivia question. Bill Belichick and Art Modell dumped and bounced what quarterback regional son last regional son because of diminishing skills? If you said Bernie Kosar, number 19 from Boardman, and you are correct, and that happened in 1993 when Modell bounced Bernie from the team, and fans do remember that. And 32 years ago, I have another trivia question on my next podcast, so stay tuned for that. Moving on to the Guardians right now. Carlos Santana was placed on waivers last week by Cherno Fetty and Company. Cherno Fetty and Company. This likely ends his bid for a second consecutive AL Gold Glove at first base, even if it isn't guaranteed to be the end of his time with the 2025 Guardians. Teams have 48 hours to submit a claim on a player who was placed on outright waivers, and any team that wins the claim would be responsible for the remaining salary owed to Santana, which would be a little more than uh, $2 million. If no one claims Santana, the Guardians could simply keep him on the roster or cut ties with him to create an opening for another hitter in AAA. So we'll see what happens with that. Right now, we're going to get to the Major League scoreboard. And uh, first of all, we're going to start with in the bottom of the seventh in Philly. The Philadelphia Phillies are up 1-0 on the Atlanta Braves, and it's the bottom of the seventh, so the Phillies are batting. And there's 2 outs, no one on base. Now for some final scores: the Cincinnati Reds beat the St. Louis Cardinals 7-4 today in Cincinnati. In Minnesota, all over in an interleague ball matchup in Minnesota, all over the San Diego Padres, 7-2 today, and at Target Field in Minnesota. The Boston Red Sox at Fenway Park, where the Guardians will be tomorrow, beat the Pittsburgh Pirates in an interleague matchup, 5-2. In Washington, the Washington Nationals fall short to the Tampa Bay Rays, who won 7-4 today. The Toronto Blue Jays beat the Milwaukee Brewers 8-4 at the Sky Dome in Toronto. And unfortunately, the Guardians were not able to complete the sweep of the Mariners as they lost 4-2 at T-Mobile Park in Seattle. The Miami Marlins beat the New York Mets at Shea Stadium in New York, 5-1. The Chicago White Sox at the Comiskey Park in Chicago, they beat the Yankees by 3-2. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim shut out the Houston Astros in Houston 3-0. The Detroit Tigers shut out the Kansas City Royals at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City, Missouri, 5-0. The Colorado Rockies beat the Chicago Cubs in Colorado, 6-5. The Texas Rangers beat the Athletics 9-6. In an interleague ball matchup in San Francisco, the San Francisco Giants manhandled all over the Baltimore Orioles today, 13-2. Ooh, not a good day for the Orioles. They're going to want to bounce back from that loss for sure. And at Dodger Stadium in LA, the Los Angeles Dodgers beat the Arizona Diamondbacks by 5-4, and the Guardians will be in Boston tomorrow to take on the Boston Red Sox. That game will be, I believe, at 1:40. Check me if I'm wrong. And the Ohio State Buckeyes college football got underway yesterday, and the Ohio State Buckeyes, despite it being close, they hold on. They got the win, 14-7 over the Buckeyes, and their new quarterback, Sam. It was Sam. Wayne gets Sam's. Their new quarterback. Who? Their new quarterback. Hold on a minute. I'm trying to. And the Buckeyes do have a new quarterback. Their head coach Ryan Day really felt that the Buckeyes had been sleeping on the job, but they played hard and got the win. And they new quarterback Julian Sayin really did really well in his debut. Despite it was a close game, and they held Texas to just 1 touchdown in this game, and they will play Grambling State in Columbus at the Horseshoe next Saturday at 3:30, and I think I want to find out where that game is airing on. That will be on Fox. It will be on Fox at 3:30 this next Saturday. So look to tune in for that, and a lot of other college football games. So this is the last week I want to mention before my 10th anniversary season begins next week. Next Sunday, as a matter of fact, and I have a podcast after the Browns football game. I will have one to recap it and recap a lot of the games and and that will be the start of my new format, my 10th anniversary season with a new format, and I'm kind of starting right now. It's not a full script, and I did not do one of my new wrinkles, but I will do one of my next podcasts because I don't have time to do it this time. And you may notice right behind me that I have a brand new backdrop, and I know you're going to love it, yeah, as I do. So look for me next week as I begin my 10th anniversary season, my 10th year of Scott Sports 101. And I want to thank my 101 subscribers that I have. I've added more, and hopefully I get a lot more along the way. And hopefully more subscribers to come. Keep watching. And I'll be back with another podcast later this week or this weekend. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.